All right, man.
Long time
Two
no talk.
2 weeks? It's been 2 weeks.
2 weeks. I think it's been 2 weeks. Yeah.
It's been too long. It's been too long. I am in Atlanta right now, getting ready for the next election,
Uh-huh.
which is not this year. I mean, all the big ones next year. But I was just in Tennessee for
Yep.
the last election where we were a part of the ass kicking that the folks in Nashville and Greater Nashville and the district Tennessee 7
Uh-huh.
gave to the Republicans over there. Wow, let me tell you. So
How are you feeling on the ground? What was it like?
first of all, I love Nashville. Shout out to anybody, any Nashvillians out there. I don't know if that's why you say it, but that's so Tennessee. If you couple Nashville with Memphis, right? Because the Justin Pearson's over in Memphis making noise. Uh, Tennessee's not a battleground yet, but it is about to be. Like Tennessee is on deck. If
Hmm.
Texas is considered to be maybe in play in some way, maybe not the entire state, but certain seats or certain if the conditions are exactly right, then Tennessee should not be slept on. Tennessee really, for Aftyn Behn to
Yes.
be as progressive as she was. Aftyn Behn would win an election in Seattle, bro. Okay.
Doug, Aftyn Behn, when she was state rep, was endorsed by the DSA. All right.
Okay.
So like,
Which is like a DSA in Tennessee is like, I didn't even think that could exist. But Nashville's hella woke. She was super progressive. I didn't believe that would be successful. And we can talk about like all the different details in the race, but I'm impressed.
yeah, no, I'm impressed too. I mean, like, she performed really well. Single digits. It was a 13-point swing over to the left, and in a deep red area. The fact that she held the view she had, was as progressive as she did, and did as well as she did, is remarkable. And even if almost makes you wonder if it was a more moderate person. Some people are arguing maybe they would have done better, but maybe this is actually an indicator that the progressive policies resonate. Those populist economic
Oh,
policies resonate
that's good.
with people on the right. So like, I think it can make people. I think people are starting to rethink uh, what a candidate district fit actually is. What is actually electable? Because that 13 points, I saw some complaints saying, oh, maybe we should have got more. That's a major, massive swing. There was like 28 seats below 10 below, like Trump plus 10 or below districts.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
what you're
if
saying
you,
is there are 28 Republicans that are shitting their pants right now.
yes, at least. And that's
At
like, this
least
doesn't account for the double
in
digit
the
20
US
point
House.
swings we saw in other places. So point is, excellent indicator for next year.
Yeah, so on her, I think it was interesting because when she spoke, when she would give her speeches at rallies, you could tell while she was talking, she's so because she's an indivisible person. She's a a local. She's been in politics for a while. She's an organizer. She knew her chances, and she wouldn't say stuff like "We're gonna win." She'd be like, "If we win," and then
Yeah,
people would correct her, and that's just her being very real about her candidacy. And she didn't think for sure that she was going to win. She knew it was a long shot. And I think she said yes to it so that she could push the margin, so that she could show
exactly.
people what was possible. The point of her running was to run. It wasn't to like to win necessarily. And I know everybody's like, at some point you believe, I've got a chance here. And she did. She had a chance, but she wasn't running so that she could be the best candidate that she could be, not even the best version of herself to win that race. She would pop off and say all kinds of shit that if you were really trying to win some moderate voters or some Republicans, you wouldn't say that shit. But she was saying it because she was like, I'm going to win being myself. I'm going to show
and
people that someone like me could do this.
and perhaps that helped her out.
So
Like, maybe the
that's it.
fact that
So
she,
say some
yeah,
more about that, man, because I actually hadn't thought about that yet.
it just makes me think, because I've been seeing this debate of, oh, maybe a more moderate person would have done better because, the how red the district was. and then it's like she still did 13-point swings, got it to single digits, right? And it's like maybe because she felt she had nothing to lose or felt that like she could say whatever she wanted and she didn't really back down from some of the more inflammatory progressive things she said, which in some cases were even more inflammatory than some of the things Zoran had said. um she didn't really back away from that stuff, was just herself. And that level of like there's something about feeling like there's like the Kamala conundrum you get into. Well, I just think I just made up a phrase there. The Kamala
Hey,
conundrum
hey,
here,
hey,
right?
wait, we
When
said it
you're
here first. We said it
we
here
said it here,
first.
trademark the Kamala conundrum. Basically,
TM,
when you're
TM.
like when you're like within like a couple points, and then you start getting careful and
Mm-hmm.
you start taking less
Mm-hmm.
risks, and it's like maybe more candidates just need to run as themselves.
Full
And I think
send.
that I think there's
Full
something
send.
where and I think Zoran proved that. I think um recently, just on that note, JD Vance in an interview with NBC News he randomly did said there's three progressives that he started to admire, and he named Zoran and he named Rokana,
He
and
did.
like yeah. So like
Man, they're trying to swag
that's
jack
why that's what
so
I'm saying.
hard,
And
bro. Oh
Trump's
my
embrace of
God.
Zoran, it's like I think people need to rethink what's electable now, and that this progressive economic populism is might end up being the most electable prospect
Yes.
here, and not as alienating. You know, people can forgive you saying defund the police back in the day if you're talking
Right.
about how you can help them, right?
Yeah, yeah. So one, people can forgive a lot of stuff from back in the day.
Yes,
Okay,
exactly.
everyone needs to get off of that, like, oh, we found whatever tweet and shit. Nobody cares about that. Everyone says terrible things or whatever and regrets it later. I mean, these elections are all about people changing their minds, and that's how we're gonna win. So leave that out there. The other thing though is I think you've said this over and over and over again. It's like be yourself.
Yes.
Say it like you believe it and say it all the way through the finish line. Sprint through the finish line, be who you are, and people will respect that because so many politicians are fucking frauds and we can see it. And they're all looking at polls and they're trying to stitch together their sentences and shit using certain words that are okay that consultants say that people want to hear or not. Fuck that. If you believe it, people will follow you and they'll trust that because the deficit is in trust. Like people don't
Mhm.
like they don't need to agree with everything that you say. They want to believe that you believe what you're saying when you say it. And so that's why they'll go with someone who feels like they're more progressive because I can debate with you because I know that you think that. Even if it was defund the police and you're like, now I'm off that now. I believe it because I believe other stuff that you're saying you're owning.
Yes. Yeah.
So
No. That.
that's
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I think you're right. I think that the policies resonate across. Like that's what Zoran proved. That's what Katie proved. This is the point that Common Power has been trying to make, which is we didn't choose hope over winning. We didn't choose idealism for the sake of catering to young voters. We chose these people because they're winners, because
Yeah.
their policies are winning policies. The way they run, the way that they're going to govern, and the way they fight is how people win nowadays in politics.
No, exactly. And your point on that trust deficit is key, because if you poll the individual policies, Americans support democratic policies. They support their economic policies. Also, there's a reason, renewing healthcare subsidies is 80% approval, but Democrats aren't at
Yeah.
80% approval. There's like a trust factor of like whether they believe they will do it, or whether they believe that the Democrats actually believe in the stuff
Yeah.
they're saying. And it's like you're right, that trust deficit is key, and it's what is the difference maker here. And that's why you get candidates that run like Katie and the people that you've supported here that run up the score, and like and also important for people like Ben to run, because
Hmm.
you need to, like, this is the 50 state strategy, right? You need people with
Yes.
enthusiasm everywhere, where even in places where you might lose, you don't have to spend a lot of money there, but they can get grassroots support from their own people, and
Hmm.
then they can put up fronts everywhere. It's like war, you need to defend fronts. You need to make them expend resources in places they might not want to
Yes.
expend resources. So you have to be smart about it.
So let me go. Let me just use your new coined term, Kamala conundrum.
The Kamala conundrum, yeah, yeah.
Let me tell you
Pretty
what
quick.
I think was a big negative on this race, which lost her a few points. I think the DNC descending on Tennessee was the dumbest shit
Really?
I've let her run separate from the party. Kamala going into Tennessee
Kamala did
was
go into Tennessee. Yeah,
terrible.
you think so?
I think it was terrible.
You
I
think it
think
nationalized the race too much?
I think it connected it to it connected it to establishment Dems. So Kamala goes into the race, okay, and then the weekend before, there's this big Zoom call. Fucking Al Gore.
Al Gore was there.
Al Gore, who apparently is from Tennessee, which
Oh well,
okay,
that's
you fine. But also like Al Gore, like remind us of you wanna bring back like memories of NAFTA and like Bill Clinton, and all that. Like that we don't she didn't need that. She already showed how progressive she was. She was relevant to the people. She was her own person and had been polling where she was because of herself. The Democratic Party, with how low it's polling, I feel like they went there because they needed a bump. Because
yeah.
they took her down a few points, but they went up a few points by going there. They
By
were
showing that they're fighting.
yes.
Yeah, but I think that's a great point because you want candidates, especially in these red districts, which is what Pelosi knew, to run against the party.
Exactly.
They have to run against the party.
Bring back Nancy Pelosi. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
Pelosi is just she was a wartime consigliere in times
Yeah.
of peace,
Yes.
and in times of like she just was. I could write a whole book on how brilliant she
We
is,
need a
but
young Nancy
um,
Pelosi
we need a young Nancy Pelosi
to
ASAP,
lead
and
the party.
I think there's probably some sitting in the wings in the Dem party, probably the more quiet ones too, that are younger, that are like
Mhm.
just scheming. We got to watch
Yeah.
them.
Behind the scenes. Yeah,
They're
that's
gonna
right.
come up.
The
Yeah,
ones that never do press conferences, but they're always behind the
yes,
person doing the
they're always
press
behind the
conference.
person, just sitting there like just like analyzing them and
Yeah,
behind the scenes.
say the right thing, say the right thing, say the right
Yeah,
thing.
so I think you're right. I think that's an interesting point on the because the thing is, the her opponent was very careful to not bring Trump into the race. Trump did a
No.
virtual town hall, and it's like at this point maybe there's drags on either side. There's the Trump effect dragging you down, and maybe there might be. I mean, bringing Kamala in there, maybe that adds like that reawakens some, couple racists and tends to. Oh wait, there's an election,
It did. It
and
did,
they
man.
gotta come. They gotta come out. They're like, oh shit, Kamala's here. I gotta get.
Squirrel. They're like, come.
I don't know exactly. They were just watching Fox News, just
Yeah, yeah.
angry about
About to not vote. About to not
yeah,
vote at
about
all.
to not
Kamala.
vote, pissed about some like trans athlete somewhere, and then they're like, "Oh wait, no, Kamala."
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, I don't want to disparage him too much. So I'm
Yeah,
talking
we need them.
specifically about
We
race.
need them. We need them.
I'm talking specifically about racists. This is not.
Yeah, hey,
If you're not racist, this is not about you,
that's right.
Republican. I
Non-mega,
love.
non-racist, mega non-racist.
I
We
have
need you.
Republican friends that I grew up with. Okay, I'm talking about racist specifically. So if you're
That's
not
right.
racist, don't take offense. Point
That's
is,
right.
you're right. I think maybe the DNC presence maybe reawoken some of that, and that's why maybe Graham Plattner, in spite of all of his flaws and some of the stuff that I disagree with, like he didn't really take back some of what he was saying about black people not tipping. He didn't take that back. He took
He
other
didn't take it
things
back.
back.
He
He took other
didn't.
things back, but he didn't take the black people
He
tipping
didn't
part.
take it back.
No, he
That's
didn't
fine.
take that one back.
You know what, Graham?
But
I will still, if you're the best candidate, sir,
if you're the
for the best
nominee,
policies,
Charles will still send door knockers for
I
you.
will still,
But
I
Charles
will
will tip you.
still,
Charles will tip heavily with you at the bar if you go with him to the
I
bar.
will go to every restaurant in Graham Plattner's neighborhood and buy a glass of water and leave $100 tip with his name written on it.
Oh man. But the point is, yeah, you got to. That's why, like, in spite of all his flaws, he might still get the nomination because he's running against the party. So I think your point is sound.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay. So, well, I've been doing that, man. What's going on, man? Well, let me just get this is what I'm skimming off the top, okay? Um uh Epstein pictures of his shitty island were blowing up boats while Pete Hegseth goes to the bathroom.
Yeah, blowing up
Um
boats, murders, extrajudicial killings.
all of the lawsuits are not working because turns out the lawyer was not really a lawyer or not really allowed to be the
Lindsay
lawyer.
Halligan. Yeah, so much has happened. Lindsay Halligan.
What am I missing?
I mean, where do we even begin? I mean, yeah, just now, Letitia James, they couldn't re-indict her because they fucked up so badly the first time. They're
That's
just
what the grand jury
incompetent.
was like,
The
no.
grand jury was like, hell no, you guys are
Yeah.
crazy. And then We have Hexeth. You know, they call it war crimes, but there's no war. This is
No,
murder.
they said it's just
This is
murder.
murder. Like,
Golly,
there's no war. You
he's
know, so like, these are extrajudicial killings that are happening
yes.
under the guise of a fake war, and even Rand Paul said it best. I never thought I would utter that sentence. Rand Paul said it best. He was talking to reporters and saying, "Yeah, the second strike looks pretty. You know, it's terrible, but the first strike was also probably
That's good.
unlawful, right?
That's good.
Because
That's good.
all of the strikes are under the so like
Yeah,
taking it a step back,
that's great because everyone's debating the second strike, and I'm like,
and
guys,
it's like,
what?
guys, none of it is okay. We killed 80
Yeah,
people and we haven't provided any proof.
is it
And
80 people?
80 people now. There's been 80 people total across the strikes. They just striked another boat. Over 80 people now.
Oh
Last
my
night.
god.
And the thing is, the problem with this is they're not giving any proof that they're drug smugglers or who these
They're
people
trying
even
to
are.
say they're drug smugglers, but I'm pretty sure if the drug smugglers had their 80 people blown up, they wouldn't keep sending boats. These are
If this was a
these
coordinated
are people trying to
operation,
eat. These are like fishermen and shit, right?
and maybe there's human traffickers, maybe there's some migrants, maybe there's children. Do we even know who these people are, right? I don't know who any of these people are. And like there's another aspect of this that the fallacy of their arguments is that they're saying the second strike, this we had to kill. We had to kill everyone there because they were a threat. Okay? They say that about that strike. Every strike after that, when there were survivors, what do? They picked them up and they released them back into the country.
Did they really?
Yeah. When they were survivors of subsequent strikes, they knew that they had made a mistake, aka potential war crime and murder. So they didn't arrest these people when they survived the strike. They released them. So how are you
Wow.
telling me that these are people you had to murder because they were threats? What about these other people? And that you didn't have enough evidence.
Interesting.
You didn't have enough evidence to charge these people after they were picked up after they survived the strike. Then what are we doing here? You don't have evidence.
Wow. 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 Wow.
So I think
Wow.
all of it is
Okay.
just blatant murder, and I think some people are going to go to prison for this after Trump's term is over, unless he blanket pardons the entire administration. Someone's going to prison for this. This is murder.
Okay. Okay. All
So
right.
just a light note to
Well, I don't know if anyone's deserved it more. Hegseth is both a bad dude and he's very stupid. And that combination, like you're just not useful to anyone except as a patsy.
Trump
That
knows
is
he's
the,
stupid too. By the
I
way,
know that
you
is
see him
like
in the
the
cabinet meetings.
perfect
Trump's always
fall
like,
guy.
"You see Trump? Trump's." I wish Trump wasn't so funny. He's so evil. But he was like, when Hegseth speaks, he just sits there like knowing that he's not it. You know, it's like a late stage Elon when Elon would be tweaking in the
Yeah,
Oval
yeah.
and Trump would be sitting there like kind of like, oh my god, like
Tuned out. He's like, we got to get rid of this guy.
yeah, exactly. I think
Okay.
Hegseth stays. I don't know. He might end up surviving it just because Trump's only cares about loyalty. So we'll
And he'll
see.
do whatever.
But yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
he'll
just
do.
one of the yet again
Okay.
one of the biggest scandals the administration has happened in the last couple.
Okay. All right. Okay. Anything that's like future looking, because I feel like the Epstein thing's going to keep rolling. This boat thing it feels like a blip. I'd be amazing if this is what took down Hegseth. What's coming, man? What?
I think if the video gets released and it indicates what Democrats say it did, then it could be the end of Hegseth.
Okay.
But Admiral Bradley would have to turn on him. But we'll have to see. But yeah, I think forward looking
Well,
stuff.
speaking on that point, man, I'm getting the sense that um like people are just gonna it's gonna be taken down from within. The military is just not down for. They don't like being sent around the country to be a police force. They don't like breaking the law. They know what a war crime is. They know that the people who are giving them the orders are idiots and that they're
Yeah,
just robbing the country for money. Like they know better more than we do. Like we've seen stuff leak out and so we're like, "Whoa, that's crazy. That's crazy." They see shit that we don't see. And so I gotta believe these people are like, I what can we do, y'all? Like as much as like we're like, hey, we gotta organize on the outside and do all this stuff, they gotta be talking to each other like, guys, what can we do?
yeah. I that's why I do
How
think
can
it
we slow
is.
it down? How can we gum up
Yeah,
the works?
that's why I do think it's this whole thing significant because it happening directly after the Democrats released a video telling the military not to follow unlawful orders. and then you see them basically throw Admiral Bradley under the bus and make him own the strike, which is what he went to Congress to do. It should give a message to the military members that if you unfollow unlawful orders, they're going to throw your ass under the bus and say it
Yeah.
was your fault.
Yeah.
And then unless you toe the line and lie for them, like I'm sure Admiral Bradley is doing right now, I'm sure he's lying. I'm sure that Pegseth did give the kill everybody order, even though he said he didn't. They're just going to say he did it. I had nothing
Yeah.
to do with it. Trump's like,
Yeah.
I had nothing to do with it. And unless you have to rely on their pardon pardon discretion, if you follow these unlawful orders. So I think you're right. I think next time they give some really crazy unlawful order, next time, if there's an actual, now I think we set the ground with, there's an actual like thing, insurrection act scenario. I think we could see maybe some military members that are like, fuck no, and leave
Yeah.
in mass or do something. So I think you're
Yeah.
right.
Okay. All
But on the
right. Let's go.
forward-looking stuff,
Yeah.
I always got a Trump is weak update. You know, like I basically
Yeah.
have a
Yeah.
whole
What do you got?
vertical of content that's just like I have just Trump is weak is the whole vertical. It's just like
Yeah.
chronicling how weak his ass is.
Is your
Duh.
is your image in the lead? Is it him falling asleep at a meeting? Please let
Oh
it be that.
damn! It should have been. No, this one is like
Ah.
I went to highbrow. It's like him walking away from the White House. It's just
Okay.
I should
Metaphorical. No,
metaphorical.
you gotta get him slumped over, man.
Yeah, next one has to be him slumped over. No, it was like the caption was like Trump leaves the White House, like just trying to be, But no, I gotta just get more on the nose of him.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like,
Come on. You gotta channel your Gavin Newsom. You
yeah,
got.
I gotta channel the news. No, but dog, like again, latest Gallup polls. You see that?
No. What is
Oh,
it?
I can't believe I get to break this news to
Yeah.
you.
Come on. Tell what you
Gallup.
got.
Okay, the latest Gallup poll had Donald Trump at 36% approval rating, which is insane. 60% disapproval.
Whoa.
25%, 60%
60
disapproval,
disapproval.
60
Because
disapproval,
sometimes
20.
the middle is big.
There's no
60
middle.
disapproval.
There's
60.
like 4% in the middle. That's like, we don't know. But it's 36 approved, 60 hate him, and 25% approval among independents.
25 wow.
75% of independents hate him. And not only this, okay, this is
Wow.
his second term low in Gallup. According to Harry Enton and CNN, over the past 40 days or so, 10 pollsters have found him at his all-time low of the second term. And this Gallup number
Is
is
there
only
precedent for this?
no, he's cooked.
I was trying to think. I was like Nixon and
Only Nixon rivals
when
this level of
Clinton
a
was
net.
impeached.
This net 24% net approval negative.
Yeah.
Only Nixon rivals that, and we know what happened to Nixon.
And like the moment, like the day after they showed the footage.
Watergate, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like this. On that note, which is why I don't know. I keep making this point, and it's like people aren't. He is 2 points away from his all-time low, and you know what that was?
January 6th.
The days after January 6th, 34% in Gallup.
Jeez.
So homeboy is like 2 points away from when the entire country abandoned him and shunned him. So it's like, what are we? Am I crazy? Am I the only one that like realizes this guy's incredibly weak? Like,
stop being afraid of him. Well,
yeah,
okay. So
here's
the crazy thing about that is that like January 6th was like a moment, and then like he gets to do whatever after that and come back from it or whatever. This is like a culmination of so much bullshit happening.
Yeah.
That like this is all like sticky. This is staying power. This isn't just a single thing happened and now we're going to see how far we can get from this moment in time for his numbers to recuperate. This is like cumulative. The economics are terrible. Tariffs are closing down businesses. What was that? One of the big like Home Depot, Lowe's type companies, and I think in the East somewhere is going out of business because of because tariffs on wood. It's the troops in the streets. It's the over aggressive immigration stuff. It's bombing random boats in the. It's sending money to countries when we're saying we can't, like during a shutdown. It's the Ukraine stuff. It's Gaza. It's all of this, all combined together, and it's people from across the political spectrum that are like, "Fuck you."
Exactly. He is hated. And again, Republicans are hitching themselves to this wagon. He's going to be at George W. Bush numbers before we know it. Bush left office like oscillating in the 20s and low 30s. Like, Donald, if that's what you guys want, be my guest. Like, you don't have to take our advice. Marjorie Taylor Greene was like, saw the numbers, was like, I made 20 million, I made millions of dollars while I was here in Congress. Peace.
Marjorie
I don't need
Taylor
to deal
Greene
with
is the
this shit
smartest
anymore.
person in the Republican Party.
She was like, this grift is over.
It's over.
She's like, I made millions of dollars. I can either run for office, higher office, or I can
That's right.
I don't need to deal with this stress. Peace. And then we're gonna Troy Nels. He's announcing his resignation. And now, like,
whoa, what?
Oh, you didn't see Troy Nels?
He announced.
Let me pull this up for you, man.
Wait.
Troy Nels, dog. Troy Nels he's not seeking re-election.
Oh, he's not. Okay,
he endorsed his identical twin.
Oh wait, I know about this. No, I know about this. I saw the tweet. The first tweet was that he's not seeking re-election, and then the next one is the announcement from the identical twin.
Yes,
who's just like gonna run as Troy Nels.
He's just a clone. Like, I've never seen anything like that. He's literally
he has no credentials or anything. He just looks like the dude and has the same.
He's just like, name. Hey, I'm the same guy. So
does he keep all the same, like all the assets and everything? Nels.
Yeah, might as well. So like, it's very easy for them. But yeah,
I thought you were saying he's gonna quit before his term is up.
No, but like, I think Nancy Mace is apparently toying with that.
She said, I'm gonna talk to Marjorie. She said, right?
I mean, yeah, I think honestly, if they were just smart and thought beyond the week, they would see where the wind is blowing. There's even JD Vance like saying he admires Zoran Mamdani. He's super strategic. He's starting to think.
Yeah.
Finally. And it's like, again, this make me happy. I don't want them to get smart and strategic. I'd prefer that they stay stupid and overreach. But
but there are signs. There are signs that some people are seeing.
They're not moving fast enough. And I think that damage is done and they're cooked in 2026. I don't think there's a way. Like, I'm just trying to think, unless there's foul play. Like, we see Texas, they're getting their 5 seats. The Supreme Court greenlit it, whatever.
I mean,
but Newsom already offset that. So like,
well, but also again, we talked about this, right? They drew those seats based on Trump numbers, and Trump numbers mean
not
what
2025 numbers. Not
what do they mean? What do they mean now? That's not great for you.
You just put more of your folks at risk. And it's
there's some people who had safe, deep red seats that are like gonna have to actually run for office next year, and they do
exactly. And I really think this is gonna be different than 2018, where it's like, 2018 we saw like CIA operatives, and we saw Spanberger, we saw these people. We saw people with deep government ties, Slotkin rise in 2020. I think this midterm is the rise of just regular people. But I think like now with TikTok, I literally think TikTok single-handedly, you don't need a following. You just pop up and you can start gaining traction.
Yeah.
You can start working with Run for Something. Like, I think we're gonna see a lot more regular people running this time, as opposed to like former government officials. And I think that's going to galvanize people. And I think like, I don't see a reality in which Democrats don't win next year unless Trump like gives everybody $20,000 cash. Like, I just don't, unless he gives the ultimate stimmy check. I don't see how.
I like how you took the 2,000 and you added 0 on there. That's
that's the only. He might convince me with that. I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Actually, a lot of people, $20,000. I mean,
no, to a lot of people.
President again. Yeah.
I mean, he signed the stimmy checks, and people for years were like, Trump gave us.
That's the one thing. That's the one
and
thing.
just for clarity for people watching, Trump will never give me any amount of money. I would never vote for him or Republicans. Okay, I can't be bought.
Yeah, that's
a joke.
Right. It's a joke. It is a joke. Everybody evaluating Ahmed for future contracts.
But if you guys subscribe to my newsletter, I'll never have to take Trump's money. I'm just kidding.
That's right. Okay. So I want to. This is like a dream, and I'm trying to not have it be a prediction, but I almost want to do this prediction. I think that the Marjorie Taylor Greene will snowball, and I think we're going to see some other resignations.
Oh yeah, I think so too.
I think as we round the year and you give it one more big negative story on Trump, and I think I think we see. I think we see. And I think actually we're gonna get some more data on Super Tuesday in March. So here's my
Yep.
prediction. If Super Tuesday gives us a bunch more data points that go against Republicans, I think you're gonna see people resign. And to the point where we may have to choose a new speaker before the election. That's my before the general.
No, I mean, I think we already see Elise Stefanik moving because she realized she's not going
Hmm.
to be governor now of New York. Um,
Now that Trump is like,
now Trump was like, "I love Mamdani,
she's just running for
Mamdani,
office.
my
She's saying
son."
bullshit. Yeah.
But we didn't even get to talk about Mamdani. We haven't
Oh
even.
yeah, we
Oh,
did it. It's been so long. It's been so
but
long.
let me finish the 7 point before
Yeah.
we just like we could just row down on the Mamdani thing. Elise Stefanik now appears to be gunning for Mike Johnson's seat. So she's saying he's ineffective. She's gunning for speakership, I think. And I think
Really?
because she knows she's not gonna be governor,
Blood in
and
the water.
a lot of Republican women are coming for him. And I think if you're a Trump plus 1 to 5
Yeah.
districts Republican, you're cooked.
You're
Retire.
done.
What are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Retire. Just
Especially in a
save
blue
yourself.
state. If you're
Yeah,
in a blue
save
state and you're on the
yourself.
margin like that, yeah.
Mike Lawler, what are you doing? Everybody leave. We
Get out.
just go
Yeah.
go get a job while you can before you have the stink of loser on you. Go get
That's right.
another job lined up. But like, yeah, so I think you're right. We're gonna see resignations. And if I was Stefanik and I saw Trump throwing down Mamdani too, I would also
Yeah.
reevaluate my political life as well.
Yeah. She's such an opportunist. I could see her jump into the next big thing. Okay, so we're in with Zoran, and I guess, this has already been analyzed to death, but that guy, once in a generation political talent. Oh
Yeah.
my
No,
God, that
I
guy
mean,
is amazing.
he did what any smart person would do if you walk in that room and you just stick to you stick to the shit. You talk about you actually won a lot of voters in New York. You ran on affordability, Donald. I want to help you execute that. What can we do?
But he stays on message, and this is like everyone thought that. Well, everyone gave him credit for the campaign. He stays on message even when he's going for the deal. He did so well, and you know that he changed Donald's mind in the meeting
Yes,
because the whole setup where he welcomed in the conservative media, the far right wing people to tear Zoran down, like it was all set up to take him down in this thing, and Donald Trump changed his mind. He changed his mind, and maybe it was at the FDR the
yeah.
FDR
Did you see?
painting,
Yeah,
right?
I know. And the thing is, he posted a photo shoot of them, and he posted one photo of just Zoran and FDR, just Zoran and FDR vibing, hanging out. Like it was just those
With
two.
like
Like just
a with like a, with like a heart, with he did a little heart.
yeah, yeah. I mean, he loves Zoran.
Basically,
He loves
yeah,
Zoran genuinely, and I think first off, he likes a winner. I think there's also a psychological factor of Zoran represents like the liberal. Trump loves everyone he actually attacks. He wants their affirmation.
he does.
He wants the
Es-
liberal
Especially if they're
approval.
from New York.
Yeah, New York liberals that rejected him.
Yes, this
That's what
is
he
why
sees.
you got a good shot, man. Okay, you're
No, I'm
fine.
telling you, if I got into a
You
room
can
with
say
him,
whatever you want, bro. You can do
I
whatever
would
you
twist
want.
his like the thing is that's why like I think that's what makes me think Jeffries is so ineffective and Schumer. It's like you get
Yeah,
him in a room, you can get him to do anything you want. Pelosi knew
yeah,
this. Like you should sit down and say, look, Donald, do you want to be the savior of healthcare right now?
mm-hmm,
Renew these subsidies. You want to
yeah,
change the narrative around your presidency? We want to
yes,
help you. You know,
yep.
like if you get this guy to do
You want to be
fucking
cool in New
anything.
York? Do you want to be cool in New York?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Like
what you've
if
always
you're in a
wanted.
if you're in a closed door meeting, be nice to him. You know, there's a reason why when he met with Obama, every time he sees Obama, he's gushing. Is because he
Yeah,
creates this caricature of them. He sees them in person; they're actually really nice, and even when they're slightly nice to him, he just melts. And
yeah,
then Zoran, being the charismatic guy he is, even after he's attacked him, he sees Zoran just be nice to him. Trump's impressed. Trump's
yep,
like, I really like this guy. Just won. He's mayor, and then Trump's like, I also wish I always thought maybe I would want to be mayor of New York, and it's just like gushing, jealous of this guy, impressed with him, and
yeah,
thinks he's more impressive than his sons.
yeah. Well, that's
He's his
easy.
kid's age, so he's like he sees him as a kid.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
always
that's
talks
right.
about his adult sons as kids. So like when he sees someone Zoran who's literally like 1 year older than me, which puts fire under my ass. I got to get to work. But he
Get it
sees,
together, Ahmed.
yeah, he sees he sees him as like a son, someone as his son's age, and he likes him. You know,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So I mean, Zoran is just man. He's right. He's rewriting the book on how to get it done. He's focused on delivering the thing that he said he was going to deliver, and I just man, hats off to him. Yeah, hats off to Zoran on that. We'll see where it goes. He definitely like reiterated that he thinks Trump is a fascist after the fact. So he's keeping he's
and
keeping his beliefs in line.
they're
Oh
like, "Do you
yeah.
think Trump's bad?" He was like, "Oh, don't worry, but you can call me whatever you want, Zoran." Like, just
the pat on the arm.
yeah, he patted him on the arm. He loves him.
They're yeah. He wants so badly to be on the good guy side. Okay. All right, man. We are we're rolling into the holiday season, but we're gonna record another one next week. It's still early. I hope that the Crazy Town people take a break and we get to do some end of the year wrap up. But the likelihood of that is probably zero. So get ready for more craziness as we
I mean, the Epstein files are due to release. They're supposed to be due within 30 days of the legislation, so they should be released before the week of Christmas. They're
really,
legally they're supposed to be released before
really
December before the end of this year.
okay.
We will
So
see
we're
if
gonna
they
get
abide by it. So we might
pages
have
of
to
black
leave.
ink.
I just hope it doesn't happen during Christmas week. I'm trying to relax, man. Like I'm not trying to be reading about the Epstein files and Christmas
That's
week.
the perfect
But
time when
maybe it
they're
could
gonna
be. It could
release it.
actually be a perfect. Yeah. But honestly, it'd be done with them to release it. You want to release when everyone is together? You know, like you want to drop the Epstein files while people are back
I
home with
mean,
their parents.
doesn't that sound like a dumbest shit that they would do though? They would be like, everyone's gone, they're taking a break, no
Yeah,
one's
it's like no, everyone's off work, so they could all geek out and gossip over
yeah.
your name in the Epstein files. You know,
Yeah,
so
like it's not like we want to drop something that everyone's gonna read. Drop it at like 9 p.m. after they've had dinner, after the kids are asleep, when everyone's on their phones. That
yeah,
used to be the time
drop
where
it.
you hide
Yeah,
things. Now that's when you get things to like go viral.
you drop it. People are just chilling in bed, and then they look
Yeah.
at the notification: Epstein files released.
It's just-
Everyone's gonna click it, and everyone's gonna geek out with. And then the next day, Christmas Day, if you drop it on Christmas Eve, whatever idiots they decide to do,
yeah,
um, people have time. People got
they
time this
do.
Christmas. All
They
right,
do.
people are gonna
They'll
be
be
waiting.
short form, long form. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be diving into deep dives. They're gonna be listening to podcasts. They're gonna be taking flights, listening to Epstein and analysis podcasts. Like, go ahead, be my guest. Drop it the
Yeah,
week of
that's
Christmas,
right. I dare you. You know what?
please.
Ahmed Baba wants you to drop it.
Drop it. I will be on
Drop it
vacation during
during
that
the
week, and
holidays.
I will just sit there and listen to the Epstein file audiobook, and just soak it
No,
in.
that sounds like the most terrible thing ever
No,
that
it's
you just
actually
that
horrible.
would be
It's
I
actually
can't
horrible. It's actually when I actually think about it, it's an
Epstein file
actual
audiobook.
file of abuse and
I feel like
disgusting
that's
stuff.
like a drill into
But
my brain.
I will take the just the Trump parts of it and have that relayed to me. I'll ask ChatGPT to read to me the parts with
That's
him
the
in it.
worst part of the worst part.
Yes.
That that's the Trump edit of anything is the worst part of the worst part. I don't want none of it. You know what? I applaud you. You digest that so I don't have to, sir. Thank you.
I try. It's gonna be. I'm not looking forward to because again, like a lot of it's gonna be these survivors hopefully get their justice.
Hell yeah. Hell
From the
yeah.
names out there, but I have a feeling that they're going to redact a lot of it and try to blame the ongoing investigation.
They took 1,000 FBI agents from other assignments so that they could redact.
Yeah, they
You want
already
to
know where his
you want
names
to
are.
talk about dissent? Those people were out like stopping criminals and shit, like out in the field, probably doing superhero shit, and now they got a black pen and some paper files. You want to see pushback? We're not even gonna hear about the kind of pushback that's happening. There's some crazy like they're gonna
Yeah,
be a
there's.
dramatization. We're gonna see
I know.
the like HBO series in 10 years
And Cash
about the shit.
Patel might be the first one to go
Crazy
because of it.
Cash is gonna get
Crazy. Yeah,
sacrificed.
he's sending his girlfriend around in jets. He's doing all this stuff. And also, I was just thinking the other day, I don't know why this made me laugh, but like, could you imagine how pissed J. Edgar Hoover would be at the existence of Cash Patel? Like, He's
I can't.
so
I didn't
pissed.
think you're gonna go there.
His racist
I.
ass would be
You're.
so angry
You're
that
right.
Cash
You're right.
Patel exists.
He would.
It would be worth just seeing his reaction, bringing him back from the dead, see his reaction, and putting him back. Because
But you know what though? Cash Patel is revenge on fucking J. Edgar Hoover and everything he did. You know what, J. Edgar, you deserve to roll in your fucking grave right now. Uh, Gay, black passing, or white passing, light skinned black dude, J. Edgar Hoover, who decided to
he
war on
had
your own
black in him.
people. Yes, man. J. Edgar Hoover was white passing, man. Look it up. J. Edgar Hoover has black descendants, our black ancestry. His cousins and stuff were like a little slightly
The
dark.
first result that popped up was
See?
J. Edgar Hoover, black and gay.
Yes, and
Um,
his partner was the number two at the FBI, and they would travel everywhere. They would vacation together, and he would always have him with them. And then when he died, his entire estate went to this guy.
yeah.
Okay, that's your holiday present right there, sir.
Okay. Wow.
J.
That's
Edgar
interesting.
Hoover.
Also, just one more note, so we don't end it on J. Edgar Hoover. The Pope Leo is actually the first black pope. He is black passing. He is white passing.
What
Did
is this out? Is this thing?
his ancestors here? Since you broke one for me, I had to break one for you.
Jake, are
Pope
you saying?
Leo. Pope Leo has black ancestry through his maternal side, with roots in New Orleans and Haitian Creole populations. His maternal grandparents were identified as mulatto, and I think they went and then moved to Chicago and then changed their identity to white once they moved to
Bro,
Chicago. So
he he
homeboy
he look
is
he look
black.
he looks a little
Why do you think
a
he had
l-
Pharrell at the
he's
Vatican?
got a little swagger. He's
He had
got a
Pharrell at the
little
Vatican.
in the clips.
And clip. I'm
The
telling
clips
you.
who used to sell drugs.
Why do you think he's being so woke right now? He is like he has
Okay.
got black. He's not like he's more like Haley Steinfeld black, where it's like
We'll take it.
you've got ancestors. So yeah, so that's just leaving you guys with some fun facts of
I
some white
appreciate
passing
that. I appreciate.
people.
If you stayed to the 40th minute of this pod
You
one,
learned that we have our
you're
first black pope.
you're a diehard. Okay, we love you, and that's why we saved some of our hottest content for the end.
Yeah,
All
we
right,
gave you the. If you stay on to the end of every pod, you will get juicy details. You will learn about J. Edgar Hoover being black.
that's right.
I was like, and then you'll learn about, most importantly, Pope Leo's out
The
here
Pope Leo.
styling.
This is
This man is
members
wearing
only
Jordans,
content.
walking around the Vatican
Is he
right
wearing
now.
J's?
No, he's not. I wish he would wear some J's. He needs to wear some.
Somebody
Imagine
give
him
me
wearing J's with the gown, just like
somebody give me an AI image. Somebody give me AI
we
image.
need a new dripped out Pope AI image.
We need to actually we need
Uh,
to write him a letter and get him to do it.
yeah, clearly.
All right. This is cool. It's cool hanging, man.
Good talking, man.